What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today we are doing episode 8, where we get to the top 250 and finally get on the leaderboard in our road to top 100. I give you all the tips and tricks that I learned along the way that helped me get there in a step-by-step process of the things I worked on. And the main thing that we are going to be working on this episode is getting into the zone, but not by going straight into the God spot. That will be another episode, but by going to where you know the zone's going to be, because by this point, you should basically know about where the zone's going to be, even 3 to 4 zones out. It is incredibly easy in this game, and right here, we know that it's most likely going to be one of these two. There is an off chance it could be a trading camp, and there is also one in a no-name in the middle, but these are the most two likely places for it to be. And so what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to play in the in-between until we actually know where the zone's going to be. And what we really want to do in a lot of these games is we're not necessarily going to the zone immediately, but instead we'll use UAVs and we'll find clumps of people, and then we will go between them and where the zone's going to be. That way they have to come to us at disadvantageous positions. We'll always do it at a choke point. That way it's much easier for us to kill them. Right here we were up on a little bit of a high point, and now I'm just going away using UAVs, and I'm hitting literally just everyone I see. We're just straight rushing them because we have so much time left, but we finally figured out exactly which one of the zones it's going to be, and yes, it is going to end up pulling down towards Rocket Base. And considering we can just run straight there, we're going to go ahead and get this kill and sadly run into one of the top players in the game. We killed him earlier, but we did not get so lucky this time. He does take us out, but luckily for me, I'm going to easily be able to spawn there. And what I love to do when it's this zone is go on top of this platform, and you can just sit there for literally the entire time till you spawn again. Especially if you are rank grinding. If you get top 3, you will get a 50% bonus, and then it'll give you that win streak bonus. But if you miss it, it's not just losing that 50, but also for the next win. So it's basically losing 100. So what I like to do in these zones, especially with a 60-second wait time, just sit up there and wait. I mean, it'll thin out the herd, you have a lot more playable spots, and then you can go down and get a gun, and this is the best spot you can ever have right here, because it's gonna be really playable till the zone moves, and anyone who's coming down with no real good weapons are gonna go straight for that buy station, and you have priority to it. Right there, we do help that guy take out one of the Emmas, and now it's just me and him, and so I know that he has to be going underneath, and just to be safe, I didn't want him to come out the other side, so I did want to try to get this little bit of high ground, which was a good thing I did, because that's what he tried to do to me, but he didn't expect me to be there, and we were able to turn on him just in time. And I don't think I've ever gotten that close to dying to a zone and gotten that lucky in my life. The thing is, he was already respawning, and as one of the top players in the entire world, he probably would have killed me instantly, so it is very lucky that we were able to go ahead and get that. Right there, we go ahead and kill the guy who's trying to execute that one dude on the ground. We're going to try to let him res, because remember, if you kill people who are already downed, you don't get kills in this game, unlike every other BR ever. But we do need him to res himself, so we can go ahead and get the triple kill, which we do immediately, and then we do move on. And I love hanging out on this side and then across the canyon. You can kind of just go back and forth and have a steady stream of kills. If you're ever in a zone and you just can't find anyone, that's where I usually like to head to if I don't have the money for a UAV. But we do have plenty of money here, so all we're going to do is just get these UAVs. We're clearing out our back zone, so when we get pushed up, we know that we will be safe, and now we can go all the way in. We do kill the one guy, and then we get his down as well, and now we can just push straight up and get the guy that we just killed, because we saw him land, and it's an easy out of the game, giving us another spot up. Right here, we are going to go ahead and just burst that Emma. I absolutely love the AK. I've moved on to mostly playing things like the P90 with short range AR-97 just because it can kill people at long range, but both are good at short. I don't know. I'll make a video about it probably like in a week or so. It's a really good combo, and it works really good on Shutter Island as well. But right here, we are going to end up just doing our tried and true faithful combo that we've been running for a lot of the time that we were grinding, of just AK and then having that backup weapon be the MP5. I swear to God, that hipfire build is legendary, dude. It will melt Emmas like nothing. But right here, we do have a problem. We tried to move into the zone. It did not work out for us, but this right here is crazy lucky this worked out, because we didn't have time to actually go in the buy station and get a gun we wanted. We just had to luck out on whatever was there, and it was a medium to small range SCAR build, which is perfect for what we need in this building, and almost any other AR build would have really sucked. So it's really lucky that that was the one down at the bottom. And then we killed somebody that ended up having the gun we would really like anyways. So I go ahead and buy my guns whenever everybody's upstairs just trying not to fight, because there's like 5 people all on this tower and nobody wants to start the fight, because once you do, then the third parties come in. Luckily, I'm just picking them off one by one. I'm not super afraid of fighting. I probably should be though, because there are a lot of people here, or at least there were before we just killed everybody. Now there's only 4 left, and if I get this one kill, I'll get top 3, and I don't have to worry about the win streak bonus, which I'm about to get to the leaderboard. And since I started so late, it is a miracle I'm actually able to do it in one season. So I was so happy just to do it at this point of the journey. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have been happy with third, but luckily we do get the kill pretty cleanly, and then because we're using Emma, we're able to easily heal ourselves way back up and get there to the end game and get that 23rd kill for a win. And you might be wondering, why don't you just go straight to the middle of Godspot in the zone? There are certain buildings, which, like I said, probably in the next episode of the series, we will be going over a lot of those zones and how I like to play them. But it's not always the best option, because a lot of the times everyone knows, like in this building, it can be very good, but there's nowhere else to go. So you will have a lot of people come in here, and it can be even more advantageous to just stand on the outside and third party things inside of it, kill things from afar, and not have to be me inside of it, scared to death that there's 18 million footsteps around me, knowing that not only are these people trying to come kill me, but there's also a lot of people who just need weapons. They need ammo, and so they have to come here. Luckily, the zone actually didn't go here. It went towards Rocket Base, so I do have a little bit of a reprieve, because I had people on top of this thing. I have people on the hills. Like I said, it's not always the best to be in the middle of things. That's why a lot of what this episode's about is having yourself on the perimeter of the zone until it's time to go towards the final zone. That way you can be the one who's intercepting all the kills, and you give yourself all the best gunfights without having people really want to take your spot. You're the one who's stopping people from coming in. You're just being the gatekeeper, and you are just keeping the zone guarded, and the people already in the zone don't really want to come back out and try to fight you because they're already there. And so you can get a lot more kill points this way, and since you need at least 10 to get your maximum rank points, I would recommend doing that. If you are having a low kill game towards the start, you can just, instead of going in zone where fights can be dangerous, you can just wait and try to just start hitting people in the choke points. Right here, we know that this is going to be on the other side of the mountain, is exactly where you want to be. Sadly, the zone's kind of blocking me, so all I'm trying to do is put out suppression fire so I can go around with my knife and get up top, and this is where you really want to be, because everyone from that zone in front of us will have to move past me to be able to get to the next zone, and there's just nothing they can do. We were able to absolutely pick them all off, get them low, and the other people were able to take them out, and now it's just a 1v1 for the win. And since we have ultimate high ground and they literally have to run in the open to get to the next circle, we literally have an auto win. And I know me having that high ground doesn't help you in your games, but here's the thing. The only way I had that was knowing where the zone was going to end, and then even in the final circles, knowing where the circles will move within that. because everyone can figure out what the final circle is, especially when it's time for the final circle. But a lot of players just don't pay attention, and if you play a couple hundred games, you will know where most of the zone movements will go, and then on the end game itself, you'll figure out where the zones actually move within the end game in a very reliable way, and so you can already be placing yourself not only for where the final zone's going to shift to, but where it's going to shift to the final zone. So you can place yourself in the spot that everyone's going to have to go past, and you can put yourself on a godhead glitch or in really good cover, or you can put yourself out of the way and let the other people fight it, and then you can come in and clean the fights up. Just wait for other people to fight, and then third party. There's a whole lot of different things you can do with your placement of yourself that has nothing to do with necessarily even your skill level. It's all about brain power, because no matter how good two people are at gun skill, if you know where all the zones are and then you know where all the final zones will shift to, you will have the advantage, and you can put yourself in a position that even someone with an equal or greater skill level than you in gun skill will have no chance to ever be able to kill you, especially when you think about it in the way that you can make it to where they will have to fight other people before they get to you, making it to where you see them shooting and you can go third party. And it's just such a huge skill to be able to learn, and it's actually not that hard. It's just play the game like you normally would and just pay attention to the way the zones move. But more importantly, the things that most people don't do is look at the final zone shifts and how they shift that way, and that's what will end up getting you a lot more points over people who just know where the zone's going. Because I mean, like I said, after it's like the zone before, literally everyone knows what the zone's going to be. So it's really important to know the zone shifts more than anything, and that will help you so much in this game and differentiate yourself from the other players, and that can just help you get those extra few points. And right here, we aren't going straight into the zone. Like I said, we are playing right here where we know there's a lot of people that are still left in the town, and so we want to be between them and where they want to go. Because remember, if you go in that town and you start killing people, they're all going to spawn right back there because they know where the zone is. They're going to go right back there. But you can pick off the people that are outside the zone and they will go in the zone. And the cool part about that is, after you picked out everyone on the outside of the zone, increasing your kill points, you can go in the zone and then re-kill them. If you just stay inside the zone, you will never get access to the kills that are outside of it until the very last second. So you can actually force them to go back in the zone when they respawn. It's a really cool tactic that will get you extra kills just by you hunting out those extra kills that if you just wait inside the zone, you will never have access. But right here, we are waiting for the two guys above me to go first because it's always better if the guy that's above you is gonna go first. I mean, if you go first, you literally automatically die. They know you're here, so they're gonna turn around and try to kill you, so you just have to win the gunfight, but never ever go first if someone's above you because they're literally waiting for you. If you know they're above you, they know that you are below them. So right here, we do know that this is going to be the last guy, and since it's just a 1v1, I'm taking my time. There's no need to really rush. And right here, I see him from long distance, and it's like, you know what, he got first shot, but I think I'm going to win it. And we go ahead and make sure we hit those chest and headshots and get the kill to win the game. And guys, this is the last game that we need to get to the top 250. I just wanted to make sure and let you guys know, please like and subscribe if this has helped you at all, or if you like the content. And if you would like any different tutorials for heroes or weapons, please comment below which ones you would like me to do, and I'll do them because we are almost done with this series, and then I'll be just posting normal tutorials, different loadouts that I like to use and I've found work really good for other good players. So please make sure to put in the comments what you want to see more of, tutorials for strikers and their abilities, because I'm happy to make whatever you guys need help with. We will have like 3 more, I think, on the series, and then we will be done. And I already have some other videos that I have kind of made that I just got to record voiceovers for. So don't worry, there will be more content after this. Just want to go ahead and make sure you get what you guys are looking for help with. But right here, we are in the final circle, and I am literally just hiding down here because, like I said, this is the last game I need, and I know it, and I am just so tired at this point that I have to get top 3 so I can just go to bed. I wanted to be done with this so bad, but it was a huge grind and a really nice accomplishment, so it felt good at the end of it. But oh my god, I was so happy to get that double there, knowing that it's just me and this one guy, and I immediately just go out there with someone else's gun. This is just like a random scar that I picked up off the ground, and I don't even care, because if he wins, I get to go to top 250, and if I win, I get top 250, which is exactly what happened. And like I said, dude, this was a crazy grind all at once, just to make sure that we could get this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, starting this out down by 15,000 plus when I started grinding was a really dumb idea, because by the time I caught up to that 30,000, top 250 was already above that, and then top 100 it was even farther above that. But we did get top 100, and I'll keep telling you how. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.